Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me for another episode of Eat Up Mondays. Today, our spiritual meal is going to be coming out of John chapter 8, verses 1 through 11. We're not going to read through those verses today because of the sake of time, but I am going to give you a little bit of the story off memory. But when you have the opportunity, please go back and read this story. It is so beautiful, some of the things that we can learn from this story. But the story talks about a woman who was caught in adultery in the very act. And it talks about how the men that caught her in adultery brought her before Jesus, basically because they wanted to find something to accuse him of. So they said, Moses in the law commanded us that this woman, because of what she was caught doing, should be stoned. But the Bible says that Jesus didn't say anything to them. All he did was stoop down and begin to write on the ground as though he didn't even hear them. And the Bible says that they kept on asking Jesus, well, what do you say we should do? And Jesus ended up saying unto them, he says, listen, any of you without sin among you, cast the first stone at her. You be the one to cast the stone. You be the one to throw that rock. And the Bible says that he stooped down and began to write on the ground again. And it says, after they heard it, that their conscience convicted them. And from the oldest to the youngest, they all began to walk away until there was only Jesus and the woman left. And as Jesus lifted up himself, he said to the woman, he said, woman, where are thine accusers? Verse 10, I'm going to start here. When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, woman, where are those thine accusers? Have no man condemned thee? She said, no man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. And my thought on today, this Eat Up Monday message is, come on, please show some mercy, because that's what we see here in this story. Even though she was guilty, even though she should have been stoned, Jesus was trying to show them that, listen, you're not perfect. And he was trying to show her, listen, I'm going to show you some mercy, because yes, this particular thing that you were caught in the past, you would be stoned for this. But today I'm going to show you some mercy. And that's what I am encouraging you guys. Listen, this week, when you're going through your daily lives, listen, don't try not to be so hard on other people, especially when you have some of your own struggles. Show some mercy. But Jesus says something key there that I don't want to jump over. He says, have no men condemned thee? He goes on to say, well, neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. The word condemn means to damn, to doom. Another word for doom is death. To declare incurable, to declare unfit for use or service. So when you condemn somebody, that's basically what they wanted to do. They wanted to kill her, and basically in killing her, they were basically saying, listen, there's no more use for her. She's no more good. But Jesus was showing her that, listen, you still have opportunity. You still have potential. You still have a chance to make better decisions. And sometimes we don't give people that opportunity. We don't give them that type of encouragement. The first thing we do is we jump down their neck and we tell them how bad they are and how much they messed up. But I'm encouraging you. Listen, let's try to show some mercy. Let's try to encourage somebody and not be so quick to put them away, not be so quick to condemn them as if, as if they're no more good, or they can't bounce back from whatever it is, whatever sin they are caught in. And listen, let's address that too, because we're not saying here that that we shouldn't acknowledge the sin, or the sin isn't there, because Jesus acknowledged it. He said to her, go and sin no more. So he didn't act like she wasn't doing what she was doing, but he was trying to let her know that, listen, I'm showing you some mercy today. I want you to be better. Now, if you keep going on sinning, no telling what will happen to you. And that's what I wanted to encourage you guys. Listen, let's show some mercy this week. Let's not be so quick to jump on people's head. Last verse I wanted to share with you guys guys, was Luke 6:36. It says, "Be ye therefore merciful as your Father also is merciful." So listen, if the Father has been merciful to us and we know some of the things that we have done, come on, let's try to be merciful to others. Let's try to be understanding to others. Let's try to restore them in the spirit of meekness. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys on this week. Go out and be merciful. And until our next meal, shalom.